in the lake country of Georgia, Reynolds Plantation. Remember that name? We're talking about one of the great golf resorts in all of America. Why is that? Because they have a magic number, and that number is 99. No, not that 99. Not that one either. We're talking about 99 holes of golf for public play here at Reynolds Plantation. 2 courses designed by Bob Cupp, one by Reese Jones, one by Tom Fazio, and the Great Waters course, Jack Nicklaus. That's not enough golf for you? I don't know where you're going to go, but here you've got plenty else to do. You've got Lake Oconee, the boating, the fishing, the Ritz-Carlton, all of the different amenities here, and of course, the great surrounding area, let's say the bucolic area, Greensboro, a great spot for you, and as you'll see, a great spot for the traveling golfer.
If you find yourself doing strange things to keep your light beer from getting lost in the crowd, it's time to rethink your light beer. 99 calories, 100% authentic lager. The light beer that stands out in a crowd. Yingling Light Lager from America's oldest brewery. Rethink your light beer.
Reynolds Plantation provides an attractive menu of golf courses designed by some of the great golf course architects in America, each with their own subtle differences. This is the 18th hole at the Plantation course, the first golf course at Reynolds Plantation. It was designed by Bob Cupp in collaboration with Fuzzy Zeller and Hubert Green. It's also the most player-friendly. His other course, Landing, is viewed by many people as the most challenging of all the courses at Reynolds Plantation and has a couple holes with great views of Lake Oconee. In addition to the views, Cupp likes to use some very interesting visual features. Mounds! The national course at Reynolds Plantation is a 27-hole gem designed by Tom Fazio. Generous tee shot landing areas, plenty of undulation on the greens, and plenty of elevation change on this course. The beauty is something that the golfers will enjoy, but also, especially when you get to the 8th hole of the Bluff 9, you'll be reminded of nearby Augusta, especially when the azaleas are in bloom. It is definitely a course that you'd like to play over and over. Each architect has his own particular style on display at Reynolds Plantation. Reese Jones, the Open Doctor, built the Oconee course here at Reynolds Plantation and used some dramatic streams and waterfalls to add beauty to another challenging course. The final 3 holes on the Oconee course are an amazing challenge and accentuated by a view from the bridge across an inlet of Lake Oconee that you'll never forget. The Great Waters course, designed by Jack Nicklaus at Reynolds Plantation, has had plenty of coverage over the years, especially with the most recent event, the Big Break Invitational, which brought coverage on the Golf Channel to Great Waters. While all of the courses at Reynolds Plantation incorporate Lake Oconee, none more so than Great Waters. Almost half of the holes are wound along the shoreline of Lake Oconee with spectacular views. Great Waters is located across the lake from the other courses at Reynolds Plantation. A bit of a drive. However, if you want to take a shortcut, a water taxi is provided and gets you to the great golf course a little quicker. Great Waters is a championship course and probably the one at Reynolds Plantation that has gotten the most coverage by the national media. Drove up, had dinner, Not only do they have great golf and great amenities at Reynolds Plantation, they've got great instruction too. Top 100 teacher Charlie King. Great to see you again, Charlie.
Tony, it's always good to be with you.
Yeah, we've had a lot of stops over the
We
years.
have. I've been here 8.5 years, so we've had plenty of time together.
You've tried to fix my game a few times.
Well, you know, we're working on it.
All right.
Work in progress.
So tell me a little bit about Reynolds Golf Academy and what people could find here while they're relaxing and how they might fix their game.
Well, you know, at Reynolds Golf Academy, the philosophy that we've really been working on is I had kind of a couple of rough experiences when I was trying to get better at golf, and the thing I learned was the Hall of Fame golfers are unique. They have these unique mannerisms, right? I mean, Nicklaus was up, Hogan was flat, etc. And so we take what a person's kind of nature is, and then we make it skillful. So we make them good at impact, but we don't make wholesale changes. We don't change them to some model. We say, hey, you're the model, and we're just gonna make you, we're gonna take what you have and make it better. But how many things can they change at any given time? One, mainly. And so we have a way we prioritize. We start our first day of a golf school or first time of a lesson, we work on hitting it solid. I've got a belief that if golfers hit it solid, they don't quit, and if golfers hit it solid, they get happy. So it's a very simple belief, and so we really work hard on getting golfers to hit it pure, hit it solid. It's not as easy as one might think, but once it's explained to you, it gets everything working pretty good.
Charlie King, top 100 instructor at a top place, Reynolds Plantation. We're on the range at the Kingdom, Reynolds Plantation, with Jay Johnson. He's king of the kingdom. Well, he's actually one of 4 master fitters here at the Kingdom, where you can come and get in perfect harmony with your set of golf clubs, correct?
That's a good way of putting it.
All right.
Yeah.
So tell me what happens when John Q. Public gives you a call and says, I'd like to come to the Kingdom and get fit.
Sure. About 2 years ago, with our new partnership with Reynolds Plantation and MetLife, we opened up this facility to the general public. So as of a couple years ago, with a phone call, you can schedule a time to come here and enjoy everything that there is at Reynolds Plantation and see a bit of the new technology from TaylorMade, meet with one of our representatives, the same guys who deal with the PGA Tour players, our top collegiate athletes and players at any level. This is the facility that they come to. This is the product that they would be using. You would have a good chance of seeing them in many days when you're here. You would go through the same types of process that our tour players would go through.
Can the 22 handicapper benefit as much as a tour player can from all of this technology?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question, and it's one we hear probably every day. In many ways, a 22 handicapper, for the example, might benefit more because the 22 handicapper generally doesn't know exactly what to be looking for. They're not trained in the physics of ball flight and know exactly what they need. So they probably benefit as much or more than the tour player. The tour player knows when something's wrong. The average player doesn't exactly know what they're looking for. So a trained eye, TrackMan's, motion analysis, all the great software and technology that we use is tools for us to help that player identify what's going on. Now with these new technologies and space slots and speed slots in the soles of these irons, we're able to achieve ball speeds that just simply weren't achievable even 3 years ago.
So Jay, you do the fitting out here on the range, but also inside in the laboratory.
Yeah, in the motion analysis room, or the mat lab as we call it, that's generally where the session begins. So the player's suited up, we've got 32 sensors all over the player's body, the golf club, and we see it in a full 3D motion analysis. So we can tell the player's a little over the top, if they're a little steep, whatever their tendency may be. And we'll take that information from inside, come right outside to the range, because we know there's nothing better than actually seeing the ball fly in the air. Into a net is a good start, and it's a good assessment of the swing. But the real truth is on the driving range, and then hopefully that transfers to the golf course. So it's a little bit of both here at the Kingdom.
After all of that fitting out there, we come to the TaylorMade Tour trailer, and this is where it all gets put together?
That's exactly right. After all that time on the range, this is one of our only facilities where we come inside, we put everything together, play golf with it tomorrow morning.
What if we told you that you could get more distance by increasing loft? What if the pros were increasing their loft a full degree or more mid-season? That's what happens when we move weight low and forward. Are you ready for more distance? SLDR from TaylorMade.
Many people would find no reason to leave Reynolds Plantation, but if they did, a side trip to Greensboro, the hometown of Lake Oconee, would be a good one. Founded in the 1700s after Major General Nathaniel Greene, Revolutionary War hero, became the county seat, a charming antebellum town that combines so much of the flavor of the area. Antique shops, the farmer's market with all of the local produce, great little restaurants that have the cuisine of the Deep South, and of course the museum of the area. All of this, Lake Oconee's capital in Greene County, right down the road from Reynolds Plantation. Lake Oconee, the largest lake in Georgia. You know, not every golf trip is all about the golf. Sometimes you need to just clear your head a little bit. I can't think of a better place to do that than along the shore at Lake Oconee, and there's plenty of shoreline. Go for a little walk late in the afternoon, relax, clear your head, and enjoy the view that always is spectacular. We're with Chris Fedlam, Director of Marketing here at Reynolds Plantation. And Chris, nice of them to put this 19,000-acre lake at your disposal. I assume, other than golf, it's the favorite amenity here?
No, you're absolutely right, Tony. And, you know, with 374 miles of shoreline and so many great lakefront amenities, from boating to fishing, water sports, it's a great added amenity here at Reynolds Plantation.
Chris, not everybody knows the large lake vacation lifestyle. What's it like?
It's relaxing, Tony. It's beautiful. It's a great opportunity to get out with your family. It's a great opportunity to enjoy nature after you're done on the course. And whether that means fishing, whether that means boating. And speaking of boating, one of the great things for golfers that's really unique here at Reynolds Plantation on Lake Oconee, you can take a boat right over to Great Waters. You can play around, you can have dinner, you can have lunch, you can come back over, and it just makes a great all-around afternoon experience for resort guests and residents alike. It's one of the favorite things of our members to do. It's just a great experience, and Lake Oconee offers all that for us.
A calm, serene opportunity to become one with the lake. We're with Ralph Vick, General Manager of the beautiful Ritz-Carlton property here at Reynolds Plantation. Ralph, thanks for having us.
Thanks, Tony. It's great to have you with us. Welcome back.
It's going to be tough getting rid of me. This is a setting outside of the Ritz-Carlton that is so beautiful, overlooking Lake Oconee and relaxing by the fire pit. I mean, this is the kind of place I could stay for a long time.
It's a hidden gem. You're absolutely right. And you can stay. You can actually linger longer, is like we like to refer to it. But yeah, great resort in, really a great area of Georgia. 251 guest rooms located on Lake Oconee. One of the prettiest spots you'll find in all of Georgia.
Yeah, to have this kind of resort within a resort is an interesting concept, and it really works well. For those who would like the hotel, they have this. For those who like the cottages, they can have it. And for those that really don't want to leave, they can stay here and buy a property.
That's exactly right. The resort is a great entree into looking at the community and the lifestyle of Reynolds Plantation, which is truly exceptional. The golf is world class, no doubt. But the resort allows our guests and even the members to play with other aspects of the resort. We've got great kids programs. We've got a world-class spa, boats, kayaks, canoes. We're a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more casual. It's somewhat of what I call the Ritz, where you can let your hair down. You can come and enjoy all the traditional world-class service from Ritz, but really kind of sit back and enjoy this really world-class surrounding a great lake, the natural surrounding of the quietness as well. You can get away from all that white noise and the hustle and bustle from today's activity in the big city and just really relax.
Yeah, I think that I could envision having the longest lunch I've ever had at Gabby's on the Lake.
Our tagline down there is no shirts, no shoes, our pleasure. So it's one of our more casual restaurants, and of course our really famous Linger Longer Steakhouse, which is right across the street in the Oconee Clubhouse.
The symbol of the Ritz-Carlton is the lion. I saw a lion sculpture over there, but you took it a lot farther than that.
We did, Tony. We actually had a storm come through a couple of years ago and actually did some damage to some of the pine trees. So we thought instead of taking them down, we brought in a world-class wood carver who actually brought out the chainsaw and developed these unique animals that are all indigenous to this area. The bigmouth bats, that's actually right down there by the playground. Great other animals like the barred owl. It really tells a story that's really great about the resort.
One of the things about Reynolds Plantation, it's always difficult to say goodbye. Whether you come here for a day and stay in the hotel, or come for a week and stay in one of the cottages, or come for a lifetime and take a house on Lake Oconee, it's tough to say goodbye. Unfortunately, that's what the traveling golfer has to do right now, but there'll certainly be a next time at Reynolds Plantation.
Tony Leodora's golf wardrobe, courtesy of Antigua, the leader in modern golf apparel.